Again, we're going to be talking about what baby boomers contributed to much of the technology. Again, I'm going to show you some of the technologies that we gave a great contribution to. And we didn't create everything. Much of this was created in turn of the century. Much was created during the World War II. And so maybe it's better to say this is a culmination of several generations improving on each other. But we did do a lot. So I think one of the first things we should talk about, I think you guys are going to have fun with this, was the TV dinner. Now, the TV dinner started in 1953 by Swanson. Did you know that? Yes. And they came out with that 1953. It looks like 1953. I think that's what I wrote down. Swanson sold 10 million in the first year and 25 million in the second year. I remember the reason they're so important to me. They have I really wished I would do this now and had those. They were like little foil tin things, not tin but foil, and you could reuse them, wash them out, and reuse them. And we would create every weekend. We would cook for the week. We would create our own. We'd make a roast, peas, mashed potatoes, and gravy. We'd put them into these forms, put foil over them, and freeze them, and then pull them out all week. It was great. They were delicious because we created our own. Oh, I shouldn't have this on. This, if you guys see a lot of these videos, I forget I have this. This is the garage door opener that I go through the garage a lot. I forget I have it on. So I'm sorry. I do videos and I'm still wearing it. I don't know. How many of you remember the TV dinners? They were 98 cents when they first came out. My husband worked for Litton Industries, which was a big time industry for warfare. I want to say warfare. In the 1960s, they used someone else's creation, but they came up with microwaves, a certain type of microwaves. They were the first ones to introduce it for home use and model it for home use. My husband was a circuit board developer, and he would create the circuit boards to run the microwaves. Then they would have an assembly line. This was in Springfield, Missouri, and they would assemble all this because you had to solder these circuits. And they would have a assembly line for everybody who would solder a certain thing and get the circuit boards ready for the microwaves. These microwaves, if you guys remember them, they were huge. And they were 50 to 80 pounds. They were so heavy. Now we have tiny, compact ones. They're still heavy, I think. But the big ones, oh, I could barely move them, even in my teens and 20s. They were huge. And that's what my husband worked on before he died. I mean, since he was a teenager, and it was pretty interesting. What he would show me what he was doing, and they'd put certain fluids in. It was really fascinating what they did then. So now that you get the introduction of the microwave, you got the TV dinner. What else could you ask for except for TVs? Here's a picture of a TV from the 1950s. My stepdad was a TV repairman, and they sold TVs, so he worked for the only TV store in the town. We're in a very small town. It's a square. That's all it is. And they would actually, that's when the tubes and everything, he would go out to the houses and repair the TVs. We got one of the first black and whites in the town when the Stores started selling them. He went to special schooling, and black and white, and it was a big one, like similar to the picture that I just showed you. Sat on the floor. We were fascinated with that. But that all went together with the TV dinners, the microwaves, the ease of living. I mean, what fun was that? So you got three things that kind of go all together. They were all developed in the same time frame, you know, improving on each other. And now you got TV, you got a microwave, you got TV dinners. You can cook the TV dinners in the microwave, and TV. And we love TV. Of course, TV killed itself with advertisements. Then there came cable. And then cable got so expensive. I think my sister, a couple of years ago, she only has cable because they don't have a lot of towers near them. So they had to have cable. You didn't get any TV. Well, you know, we did in the 50s. I don't understand why she had cable. I want to interrupt this for just a second. We had antennas, huge antennas, to get our reception. Where do you see antennas anymore? Now they got dishes, or they got... So things all changed. Now they have to have cable because they don't have antennas anymore. All of it's changed. I'm just interrupting this right now, and I apologize for using my hands to speak so much. When I have a topic I love, I just use my hands. Cable in this anyway. It was almost $200 for her cable a month. She stopped it. She said, I can't afford it anymore. Now cable, we're going to smartphones. We're taking our smartphones and using them like YouTube and all these social medias. We're putting them on our TVs now. YouTube is the most watched social media. So you're going from a freestanding TV, a little portable. We'd have the little portable TVs and the TVs for the car. And each one improved on the other, improved on the other, improved on the other. And now we have smartphones, which aren't TVs. They're high density TVs, HD TVs. Better pictures, I guess. It seems like the same to me almost, except color. I loved color. When color came, I loved that. I loved it in the movies. I loved it in TV. But it was still funny, black and white, from radio to TV. And it was just a great memory. So all of this combined, we're sitting down watching TV more. We're eating in front of the TV. Everything's faster. Now, were those Swansons good for us? I don't know that they were as bad as they are now. But we only wanted the trays, and we made our own. If you could make your own, today you could do that. And you have a microwave. Even in a van, I have enough that I can run a microwave easily in a van to cook these. I just don't have a huge freezer. But it's just interesting the way things have changed over the years. I want to thank you. I hope you share this, maybe on X, maybe on Facebook, so more people see it. I would appreciate it. I thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks for liking, subscribing, watching, commenting, and I send you my love.